I think the thing about with these new movies now is they depend too much on dialogue and explaining shit, and it just doesn't work, man. At the end of the day, we come to see Firestarter. Let her do Firestarter shit. All right, y'all. Here we go. Another remake, another retelling of an '80s classic. No masterpiece by any means, but to me, it's a classic. Firestarter, which is based off the 1984 movie, which is based off a Stephen King novel. Now, coming into this, I had almost no expectations. That's why I can't even get mad and rant about this. But I will say this movie is very fucking dull and boring. And I'm gonna get into some spoilers here, y'all. So if you haven't seen the movie and you want to avoid spoilers, this review ain't for you. Cause I'm spoiling this shit right now. Um, this plays kind of like the old movie, but it kind of tweaks a few things, adds a few things. But man, this movie was just all right. So me, if you watch my channel, you know me. If you don't really get my interest, I'm gonna fall asleep on your ass. All right, and mind you, I was sober as a judge. I had like no alcohol in me. Tell me why. By the climax of the movie, I'm sitting there like I done had about 20 drinks slobbing out the mouth and everything. I'm like, and like dead ass, like I was actually slobbing, like slob was actually coming out of my mouth, man. I was, and I wasn't even sleepy. But also tell me how after I survived this movie, right? Right away, as I watch this on Peacock, right? And right away, it shows the '84 one. Say, hey, watch this one next. And it's been a while since I've seen this, so I said, okay, how about I put on the '84 Firestarter, right? And I'm wide awake, and I sat through damn near the whole fucking movie. And then by the end, the climax, when cute little Drew Barrymore, who becomes fucking Pyro from X-Men, okay, when you see that wind blow her hair back, that's when you know shit is on. That climax of that 1984 Firestarter eclipses everything from that 2022 one. And that's sad. And I'm sitting, I'm trying to wrap my brain around how is it that something that was made 30 plus years ago, more electrifying, more exciting, more, it just grabs your interest more. There's something that's made today with the talent that we have, the writers that we have, the technology that we have. How is it that these old '80s movies are still eclipsing these new joints? At least to me. Maybe just because I'm an old head, I'm just stuck in my ways and stuck with what I like. But I could not, I could hardly keep my eyes open for that new Firestarter. But that 1984, when I sat through the whole fucking movie, and mind you, it's an hour and 54 minutes, the old one. This one here was an hour and 34 minutes, y'all. And it felt like 3 fucking hours. So, okay, positives. Zac Efron's performance. Good. Alright, the little girl that played Charlie. I thought she did a good job with what they gave her. Alright. Other than that, what compliments can I give it? The new one. I really can't give it that many compliments. Like, I could tell Zac Efron was really trying, and I could tell they were really trying to give us that relationship between him and Charlie, but it just didn't work. It didn't gel. I didn't buy it. The 1984 one, yes, I'm comparing the both. I'm gonna be comparing this whole review. I don't give a fuck because they're pretty much the same. It's the same movie, but the '84 one just got it a lot better. And the 1984 one, from the beginning, from the jump, Drew and her pops are on the run from these government people trying to take them of their powers. Okay, so this is like X-Men before X-Men. All right, at least in the movie world. All right, they're trying to take their powers from the beginning. They're on the run. The 1984 movie did a better job of establishing that these two, they love each other and they need each other, and they really can't make it without each other. So when David Keith, when the father dies at the end of the movie, you really want Charlie to fuck these people up and get them back because the whole movie you're with them on this journey to escape from these evil government people. And then when he dies, it's like, oh man, fuck, yes, get him back. And so the payoff worked because she killed, like when I say little Drew, fuck everybody up. I'm talking about fireballs, trails, and this is an '80s movie, y'all. The climax of the 2022 one, there was no climax. Okay, there was some dialogue and some exposition as always. And I think the thing about with these new movies now is they depend too much on dialogue and explaining shit, and it just doesn't work, man. At the end of the day, we come to see Firestarter. Let her do Firestarter shit. And okay, another compliment I will give the movie is that yeah, there were times where Charlie did kind of scare you a little bit because when she starts to lose control, you see shit start to heat up. Okay, it kind of goes into the horror element of it. Okay, this little girl's about to fuck somebody up. But the sad thing about it is, the people that she was supposed to fuck up, she didn't fuck up. Like, there was like this little bully that I'm talking about the 2022 one now. There was this bully that was fucking with her, this little redhead boy, and she had a couple of opportunities to kill him, and she didn't. Instead, she goes in the bathroom, in the stall, and damn near sets the bathroom on fire, and she gets suspended. She gets in trouble. At the same time, the teacher saw this little boy fucking with her, and nothing happened to the little boy, all right? And even this other guy, I guess he's some kind of, he's another mutant that works for the government. That's like, I guess he turned on them and turned on Charlie them, and he's like trying to, I guess, turn them in or whatever, whoever the fuck he was, some Indian guy. She had a chance to take him out a couple times, and she didn't. But of course, by the end, he picks her up, he walks off with her into the sunset, roll credits. Y'all, look here, man. This new movie got so many things wrong, and I can see people saying that it was boring, it was dull, it was bland. And if you say those things, you're absolutely right. I don't think I will find anybody. And lately, I think I've been kind of, off with my movie criticisms because there's been movies that I've been like disliking and people are really digging. But I dare to find anybody that says that this was a good fucking movie. And I dare anybody that watched the original to say that this was better than the original. All right? Like, the proof is in the pudding. I could not keep my eyes open for an hour-and-a-half movie, but I sat through a whole 2-hour movie right after that finished. And by the end, I was like, damn, my eyes got big as shit when I did that. Y'all, look here, man. If you want to see Firestarter, watch the old Drew Barrymore one, all right, with Drew Barrymore and David Keith. Yes, it's 80s, okay, yes, there's some of the effects are a little dated. Sometimes it drags a little bit like some 80s movies does, but I guarantee that you will have a better time with 1984's Firestarter as compared to that shit that Blumhouse gave us. And yo, Blumhouse, I'm a fan of y'all's, but y'all last few movies have not been the business. And yes, I did like Halloween Kills, but I know a lot of people didn't like it. I thought it was, I just liked it for the kills, and that was it. As a movie, it did suck, but I did love the kills in it. Blumhouse, come on, man. Come on, y'all. Y'all better than this. All right, I have faith in you, okay? You gave me one of my favorite movies ever in Upgrade. I know you're worthy. I know you're capable of giving me more of what I loved about Upgrade. Come on. Firestarter is a movie that who the fuck even asked for this? Even the old one. The old one is like a cult classic. Not many people talk about it. Hell, I don't even talk about it. It's a product of its time, but when I rewatched it, yes. Because I did see this back in the day. It used to come on regular TV all the time. And even back then, it was a good time. But it's not one of those where you would put it like as like one of the all-time classics. But come on, man. That Firestarter was on point. Okay, so if you want to watch it, watch that one. Fuck this movie. Okay, so bottom line, I give 2022's Firestarter, I give it a D. But I give the 1984 Firestarter, I give it a B+. Alright? No, I'm going to say B-. Because the movie did have some problems. But damn it was a good time, and that climax by itself is worth the price of admission. So if you want to skip the whole 84 one, just go right to the end of the movie where Charlie starts fucking shit up. Guarantee you have a good time. You're welcome. That's it, and that's all. If you like and dig this content, hit that like and subscribe notification bell in the corner. If you feel the need to donate to the channel, there is this super thanks all the way at the end where you have, your like, your share, and all that stuff. Go to Super Thanks, donate whatever you want to donate. I ain't a pastor in the church, so whatever you give is what you give. All right, it'll help the channel stay afloat and keep me giving you the content that you want to see, or that I think you want to see. All right, so this is Rashad G signing out. See you in the next video.